There she is. Good morning. Okay, yoga, here we come. Ready or not? Let me just grab a little towel. Okay, there we go. All set. Okay, all the way to the back. Feet are hip width apart. Take a nice big deep breath. Reach the arms all the way up, and then we're gonna lift the shoulders up. And then you're gonna take them down by your side and fold halfway down with the palms facing the floor. So let's draw the belly up and in. And now come back up. Sweep the arms out to the side like you're trying to touch both ends of the room. And then let the palms face. Lift the shoulders up, reach. And we'll do it again. Fold halfway down. Keep the spine nice and long and your chest proud. Arms out to the side. Come back up. Reach. One more time. Back up. And relax the arms by your side. Sweep this right arm up. And then lift the shoulders. So you feel a nice stretch through the side. And then let's do the same on the other arm. Sweep it up. Reach. So you feel everything lifting up. Your whole side body is reaching up. And then let's do it again. So we're keeping the hips nice and quiet. We're drawing in the belly. This is our focus right here on the side. One more time. Really make sure you're lifting the shoulder also. Okay, relax. Sway side to side. Nice loose arms. Let the hips go too. Okay, let's do some good morning. So we're going to make a fist, proud out your chest, and sweep the elbows back. Fold down, keeping the spine long, and back up. Now I want you to try to pair this with your breathing. So big inhalation, exhale, fold. Really do yourself a favor and breathe as much as you can in class today. I know I say that often, but the more you breathe and get oxygen to all your body, the more benefit you derive. So you should feel that upper back saying, oh yeah, you're making me work. I can feel it. Keep the elbows really high. We're going to do this 3 or 4 more times. Maybe see if you can get a little lower down, but again, we're not rounding to get there. Okay, one more. Great job. Okay, back to that nice little sway. We're going to do some standing cat-cows. So this is just part of your warm-up. We're going to add intensity as we go through the class. But right now, I want you to slide your hands down onto your kneecaps. I want you to flex the spine. I want you to tuck the pelvis under and forward, feeling a nice release in your lower back. And now we're going to let the palms just kind of slowly drift towards the floor. I want you to think about creating more space in your thoracic spine between the shoulder blades. And now take the palms back up to the knees, proud out the chest, stick that butt up in the air. You've got a nice little natural curve in the spine and you're drawing your stomach in. And now we're going to flip it around again. You'll notice I'm going nice and slow, driving I'm trying to let gravity help me here, get more space in the blades. So just let the hands sort of drift towards the floor. And then flip it around, proud out your chest. Coccyx bone in the back points up towards the ceiling. Keep the belly drawing in. We're doing this one more time. Flex. Release the palms. Tuck your chin. Make sure you're just looking through the top of the legs. And flip it around. Nice. Now come back up to standing. Keep the arms just floating by your side. I'm going to have you lift your right heel up and then down. Just do that a couple of more times. So you're getting really high on the pad of the foot. This is like a little foot love. Why not, right? Especially if you walk a lot. Okay, go the other way. The other way, I mean the other foot. So you're really lifting the heel as high as you can. Should feel good. Okay, now little balance challenge, adding on, we're building. So you go at your own pace. You're going to send your right leg out in front and you're going to make nice big ankle circles. Again, just relax your arms by your side, but I want you to keep really good posture. Circle the other way. Nice, easy breathing. Okay, let's do the other foot. Big circles. Change your direction. Whoops. And relax the feet to the floor. Send them to the edges of the mat. Hands on your waist. Now you're just going to rock the hips to the right and then to the left. So I just want you to hold when you get out, just sort of savor how it feels on the inner thigh before you switch to the other side. We'll do this a few more times. Then we're going to do a little half circle backwards with a forward fold. Okay, so I've got my hip pointing to the right. I'm going to start to lean forward, circle the hips back, and come back up. Then I'm going to go left. And again, you can go nice and slow. You're kind of getting the top part of the hamstrings and your glutes coming to the party a little bit here. This is just a feel-good moment. Don't force anything. I'm going to do two more. Maybe you lean a little more forward, but make sure you're coming up nice and slow. Okay, another little balance thing while we get these quads loosening up. So pick up the right foot. Try to let that knee stay right under the hip. So you're just balancing on this left leg. We're going to send the left arm up and just hold here for a few more breaths. Okay, relax the arm down and then release the foot. Switch legs. So when you're balancing, it's always good to just pick a spot, maybe ahead of your mat so your neck stays long. And just focus. And then release it. Okay, your feet are hip width apart. We're going to take a nice big deep breath. Sweep the arms up to the ceiling. And then swan dive all the way down. Full forward fold. You're just letting your head go. The upper body's chilling out. If you can get those legs straight, why not? You can slowly shift the hips a little further back. So you're weighting into your heels. And then slowly shift a little forward, weighting into the toes. And just kind of rock it forward and back. Now we're going to go side to side. So send those hips a little to the right
And then a little to the left. Slowly is always good. Okay, we're going to inhale and extend the spine to a nice flat back. And then come all the way back up to standing. Palms face up as you raise the arms. And now we send the hands to your heart. You're going to step your left foot forward. So you're in a nice big split lunge. Now, if you ever feel compression, in your lower back, you know to give yourself a little forward lean. But I'll just remind you in case. Send the arms up. So right now I'm trying to stretch out this front hip flexor. So you should feel a nice little pull right here in the front. Elevate that heel in the back nice and high. The hands don't need to be together. They can be as wide as you need them to be to get them long. Okay, I want you to bring your hands to heart. Drop the heel in the back. Nothing else changes. If it doesn't get to the floor, no biggie. You're getting a nice stretch through your lower leg. Okay, I want you to keep the heel where it is and lean forward. Bring the torso back. Send the arms back up and lift the heel back up. Try to lift the shoulders up. And now you're going to swan dive it down. You're going to take both hands to the floor, step back to a plank. Meet me in your downward facing dog. You're here for 5 deep breaths. This is a great opportunity to close your eyes and really focus on your breathing. Let's walk our hands all the way back to your feet. Do it with a straight leg if you can. Full forward fold. Let the head go. Let the shoulders droop down towards the floor. 3 deep breaths. Inhale and extend the spine. Reverse it. Come all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart. Big step forward with the right foot. Bring the arms up. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. Give me some nice height with that heel in the back. Just relax here for a few more breaths. Now drop that heel in the back. Bring your hands to your heart. If you can, that back leg is nice and long. So get rid of the bend if you have one, if you can. Heels pushing down towards the floor. If you took a big step forward, it's probably not going to get there, but that's okay. Now I want you to lean forward, lift the heel up in the back. So you got most of your weight coming into the right leg. Send the hands down to the floor, maybe in your high plank. We're going to do some scapular push-ups. So that means your arms stay nice and straight. You lower the chest through them and you pick it up. Even if the torso is only moving like an inch up and down slowly, that's fine. Modification is you put your knees on the floor and continue the same movement with the torso. Nice and slow. Okay, downward facing. Those are hard. Just stay here for 3 or 4 breaths. Enjoy a little reprieve or take a child's pose. Let's walk our hands back to our feet. Full forward fold, hang on, breathe. This time I'm gonna have you cross your arms. See how low towards the floor they can go. Keep the arms crossed, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time with the belly engaged. Nice and slowly. When you're upright, you're going to lift the elbows as high as you can. And then release the arms up to the ceiling. Lift the shoulders. And relax the arms. Let's take our feet to the edges of the mat. We're going to send the hips to the right. We're going to sweep this right arm up. Now, once it's straight up towards the ceiling, lift the shoulder up. Try to touch the ceiling with those fingertips. And then as you go over a little bit to the left, keep the reach. So this side body stretch goes right also over the hip. Hopefully you're getting that. This left hand can just hang, or you can help to support a little bit with the hand on your leg. Okay, let's relax, bring your hips nice and square. You're going to sway the arms. Just loosen them up. Okay, let's send the hip over to the left. Sweep this arm up. Once it's straight up, give me that big reach, and then take it over. Nice and slow. You just kind of explore till you feel that nice tug over the hip, and then you're like, oh yes, I got it. I'm gonna hang out here and just concentrate on my breathing. Okay, come back square with your hips, release the arm, step the feet back in. You're going to bring your hands to heart, and we're going to take a big step forward with the left foot. So you're back to that split lunge. This time, you're going to lean forward. Your spine stays long. Try not to round your back. Now give me some nice height with your back heel. So you're really on those tippy toes. Send the arms forward. It's an option. If it's too strenuous, keep your hands at your heart. We always have options. So I'm actually putting a little more than 80% of my weight into this left leg, very little in the right foot. Keep the arms reaching long, trying to touch the front of your room. And now send the hands to the floor, step back, meet me in your high plank. To work our transverse abdominis muscles, we're going to pick up our left foot. Hold your high plank with your shoulders stacked over the wrists. Put the foot down, switch feet. Lift the right. Put the foot down, maybe in your downward dog. You're here for 5 deep breaths, or take a child's pose. Baby steps with your hands back to your feet. Pull forward, fold, let your head go. Inhale and extend the spine. Shift your hips back, walk your fingers forward. Nice little stretch for the side body around your armpits. Reverse, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. You're going to take a big step forward this time with the right foot. Give me that nice lean. Back heel is really high. You're really on those tippy toes. So again, our goal here is to put 80% of our weight in the right leg. If you send the arms forward, makes it a lot more challenging. Palms down, step back, you're in your high plank. Send your left knee to your left elbow, touch it, and then put the foot back down. Right knee to right elbow, send it back, meet me in your down dog. You're here, 3 deep breaths. Walk your hands back to your feet. Send the hips back. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it. Come all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. Left foot steps forward. Big forward lean again. Mostly all your weight in the left leg. Rotate both shoulders as far to the left of the room as you can. Square them. Go to the opposite side. Now, if you feel challenged with balance and you're unstable, you can take your back foot and move it more to the right. Square out the shoulders. Send both arms forward. Put them down to frame your front foot. Step back to plank. We're going to send our left knee across the body to the right elbow. And then back. Send the right knee across the body to the left elbow and back. Meet me in your downward dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Send the hips back. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it. Come all the way back up. Reach the arms. Hands to heart. Right foot steps forward. Give me that nice height with that back heel. Big forward lean happening. Rotate both shoulders to the right. Square them. Now go left. Shoulders back to square. Palms down, step back, high plank. downward facing. Oh, you're happy you didn't have to do that transverse abdominis work, I can tell. Okay, walk those hands all the way back. Send the hips back as you inhale and extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart, left foot steps forward. Take your back foot and drop it down to the floor at a 45-degree angle. So take a peek at it. Ideally, you want your left heel and your right heel to be in the same line. Now your hands are on your hips. When you try to have your body face forward, that's the stretch you should feel on the inside of this right hip. We're just going to hold here for a little bit. Now, if you feel any compression in your lower back, you lean forward. Send the arms up. Now turn to face the right side of the room. Give me some nice long arms reaching the front and back of the room. You got your feet spread pretty far apart. You're going to take this left elbow down to your quad and send your right arm up and over the ear. Keep it long. Now we're coming back to our core challenge. So to amp this up, we take the hand off the front leg, reach it towards the right side of the room. Using your body weight to build strength. Anytime you need a reprieve, put the arm back on the leg. Okay, let's do a nice little reverse warrior. So right hand to your back leg, sweep this left arm up. Take your gaze, follow that left hand. Now we're going to spiral the arms down to the floor. You're going to step back, meet me in your high plank. Downward facing or child's pose. Lift your left leg up, nice and high. Now I want you to elevate the right heel. So you're working your ankle and your calf of the right leg and the glute on the left side. Lower the leg, relax the heel towards the floor. Switch sides. Right leg up, left heel up. As high as you can on both. Relax both to the floor. Walk your hands back to your feet. Pull forward, fold, send the hips back. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. Step your right foot forward. Now I'm going to have you take this left foot, turn it at a 45-degree angle, see if you can get both heels in the same line, and then try to shift the torso and your hips, keeping a bend in this front knee to face forward. Lean in if you need to. Hands to heart. Send the arms up. Okay, turn to face the left side of the room. Give me some really long arms reaching in opposite directions. Right arm down to your front leg, left arm sweeps over the ear. Take the right arm off the quad if you can, reach it towards the left side of the room. Keep the forward lean with the upper body.
reverse warrior. Reach it up, other hand rests on your back leg. Spiral the arms to frame your front foot, meet me in your high plank. Knees are always an option. From here, we're going to lower down onto the forearms. You're in low plank. Keep your neck long, your face is looking down. Palms on the floor, elbows just slightly in front of the shoulders. In slow motion, lower the hips to the floor. Take your gaze, look forward. We're keeping our toes tucked under. Draw the belly button up and into the spine. Keep that activation. In slow motion, raise the hips back up, low plank. Go as slow as you can coming up to your low plank. Push your heels towards the back of the room. Get those legs nice and long. Face is looking down at the floor. Slowly lower them again. Keep the belly button pushing up and in. Look forward. If you want this to be harder, you walk the elbows a little further forward. Even if it's a ½ inch, try it. Belly button pulls up and in slow motion. We're sending the hips back up. Push your heels backwards. Slowly lower the hips again. We're switching it up. This time, we're going to do this 3 times. We're going to keep the knees down and only lift the hips up in line with the back. So stay nice and broad through the shoulders. Slow motion, those hips back up. Keep the knees on the floor. Really fight hard to get the belly in. And take it back down. Lift it back up. The further forward the elbows are, the more challenging it becomes. Explore. It's how we get stronger. Lower the hips. One more time, send them up. Isometrically pull your elbows and knees towards each other. Stay here for 3 breaths. We got child's pose coming up, so challenge yourself right now. Okay, walk your forearms back. You're going to come onto the tops of your feet. You can open your knees a little bit and take it to a nice, relaxing child's pose of your choice. Nice. Now come back up. You're going to bring your knees in so they're hip width apart. We're coming up onto the knees. If you need to put towels under your knees, go ahead. I want you to tuck your toes back under. I want you to put your hands on your hips up. You've got 2 hands. Squeeze your elbows together. Now, squeeze your glutes. And then take that torso and start to lean it back a little bit. Nice. Now send the right arm forward, parallel to the floor, and the left. Maybe take it a little further back. And if you can, left hand to the heel, right hand to the heel, stick your chest out, take your gaze, look up as you push the hips forward. And now come back. We're going to get ourselves into bear. So wrists under shoulders, just lift the knees 1 inch off the floor. Now take it to a small downward dog where you push both heels down onto the floor and get your legs nice and straight. Come back, meet me in your bear. Just hover those knees. We're going to amp this up. Lift your left foot off the floor, keep the left knee hovering. And then do the same with the right. Amping it up even further. You send the left leg backwards, get it long. Keep the right knee hovering. Then we switch, right leg goes back. Bring it back, meet me in a small dog again. Both heels are down on the floor. Let's walk our hands back to our feet. Send the hips backwards so you got lots of weight going into the heels. Relax your upper body, just breathe, close the eyes. Inhale, extend the spine. Take your feet a little wider than hip width. Now turn your toes out slightly. Lower your booty into a low squat. Bring your hands to heart. You can use the elbows to try to open up the legs a little bit, but you're going to hold this low squat for 3 deep breaths. Okay, take the fingers out onto the floor, out in front. Your arms are nice and long. You're going to slowly lift those hips back up. Turn your toes to face forward. Meet me in a full forward fold. Legs nice and straight. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. We're going to do a pyramid stretch. So you're going to send your left foot forward, not super duper far, because I want both your legs straight and both your heels to remain on the floor. You're going to lean forward, keeping that spine nice and long. Go as far as you can without rounding the back. And when you get to that point, I want you to stay there for 3 deep breaths. Now take the arms, sweep them by your side, palms face the floor. So your arms are nice and long. Draw the belly button up and in. And now take the fingertips to the floor. I want you to fold over the leg and flex your spine. From here, I want you to lift your back heel up off the floor. And then lower it down. And lift it. And do that one more time. Inhale, extend the spine. Take your hands back to your shin. We're going to do a little spinal twist from this position.
So I'm gonna have you take your left hand to your left hip. And just see if you can turn your torso a little bit to the left. Just go in stages and then explore so you can go a little further. Now, take that hand back to your shin. You're gonna flex the spine and round up slowly. Now, proud of the chest, bend your front leg, step back, switch feet. Both legs straight, hands to heart, fold down. Nice and slow. Go as far as you can with your spine long, then hold 3 breaths. Release the arms parallel to the floor by your side. Palms face down. Take your fingertips to the floor, round your back, drop your head, fold right over that leg. Inhale, extend the spine, hands back onto your shin. Spinal twist to the right, right hand to your hip, start to open the chest to the right side of the room. Keep exploring more range of motion. Come on back. Now I want you to lift the heel in the back so you're on your tippy toes on the left foot. Your front leg remains straight. Slowly take that heel back down. Repeat 2 more times. Lift and lower and lift and lower. One more, lift it up. Bend your front leg. Torso comes back up, hands to heart, step it backwards. Big deep breath. Hold here, long arms. Now, send your butt backwards so you have a slight forward lean with your upper body, but you're doing your best to hold the arms up. Draw the belly in. Now lower the arms slowly. Sweep them back behind you. Proud of the chest. Send the butt back a little further. Keep the belly drawing in. So you got a little bit more of a forward lean. If you look at me from the side, you can see the angle. From here, I'm going to slowly raise the arms back up. It should feel really challenging. Slowly lower them. Your palms face forward. Lift them high in the back. One more time. Send them up. And back down. And stand up nice and tall. Whew. That's always hard for me. Sway side to side. Okay, we have one more quick stretch because I know we're almost out of time. I'm going to have you standing up here. Just take your right foot, send it over to the outside of your left one. So you're crossing this right leg over the left. You're going to send the hips back. Come on down to a full forward fold. Feeling this nice stretch on the outside of the left leg. Completely unweight the upper body. Roll up slowly. Uncross. Send the left one to the outside of the right one. Here we go. Take it down. Make sure you're relaxing your head and unweighting the whole body. Your hips, if they can go back further, send them. Roll yourself up nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Uncross, take a nice big deep breath. Keep your feet together. Reach the arms to touch the ceiling. And bring your hands to heart. I thank you so much for your power and strength. Great job. Woohoo! We did it.